HappyThumbsGaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with HappyThumbsGaming. Today we're checking out LEGO Dimensions Level 3 Story, Elements of Surprise. We do get a trophy achievement for completing the level, and it's called Of Mice and Chen. A little wordplay there. And if you haven't figured it out yet, this is the level for LEGO Ninjago. So, oh yeah, we do get a gold brick for completing the level, but the rest will be found in free play. Alright, so we're traveling through the portal, and it's straight into a cutscene, so I'm going to let the game do the talking for me. Nice Lego afro though, bro.
Now where are we?
What a delightful surprise! More competitors for my tournament of elements! Did you arrange this, class? No matter. I sense great power in them. Power that will soon be mine. You! Bring our guests up to speed.
Yes, Master Chen.
Turner, element of speed and time.
So, when we gain control of our heroes, we find ourselves in kind of a battle of sorts. And we're going to go ahead and switch to Gandalf and use his magic of levitation to go ahead and lift out a piece. It's actually the control part of our keystone, but we don't have the elements needed for it. So, as you can see, there's lots of things to destroy. Oh, look out. Oh, good dodge. Nice little trip move there. I love that little cinematic scene. But basically what needs to happen here is we need to trip this guy 3 times, and each time we trip him, the audience throws out a box, and we can destroy that box and build it up into parts of the Chroma pads. So, oh yeah, here's number 2. Oh, watch out, that first step's a doozy. And we're going to go ahead and go over to the next pile of parts that the audience so kindly threw down for us. And we'll go ahead and build those up into the yellow chroma pad. So we've got 2 of the 3 chroma pads. We know that there's 1 more. And we got to wait for Buddy to come and attack us with his little super speed cut across the scene there. Oh, he did it, but it didn't cue the cinematic part of it. So I'm not exactly sure what I did or didn't do wrong or right there, but eventually I get in the middle, and I think that's kind of the key, is you got to be out in the middle. Oh, and by the way, there is a purple stud inside the water there. All right, so here we go. He cuts across. You got to hit the icon indicated. It goes by quick, and you might not even seen it on my screen because I was spamming that X button. But all right, we got another pile of bricks. We'll build them up, and look at that. Task brick completes the chroma pads. All right, so we're good to go there. We're going to go ahead and juice it up by pressing the icon indicated. And now at this point, we have a little puzzle there, and all 3 of the toy pad areas need to be yellow. So simply select a character, walk over the yellow, and then move that character to all 3 spots on the toy pad as you saw indicated there. And once you get through that, it'll give us a couple of bricks to build up. Uh-oh, we got another attempt. Oh, look at this glitch. Blocked. Red means stop, buddy. And we go ahead and spin to win, and we see like a little Ninjago Serpent pop up. It kind of reminded me of some Harry Potter stuff for some reason. Not really sure why, but you guys can probably figure it out. But build those pieces that are found from the Serpent into a treadmill, and Buddy will run over and take over.
I'm so fast I can outrun this thing. Haha! Sure I can! I can run! No! Did he fly? No!
Only one can remain. Very creative. Shall we say best of 3? Gravity. Element of gravity. He'll turn your world upside down.
This guy's not so scary. This just requires the old shift keystone, which will allow us the ability to travel through the different portals. So you can see I just finally jumped in and got that purple stud in the water there. Make sure you do that because that's good for 10,000 studs. And then go ahead and activate the old keystone by pressing the icon indicator. We noticed that the bad guy was over on the blue side, so we went ahead and switched our character to the blue portal, and that took us up to him. We gave him the old cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, and then he moved over to the pink portal. So go ahead and move your character of choice over to the pink portal and rearrange that face of his till he jumps over to the middle icon, which happens to be the yellow floating rock, and we'll move that to the yellow podium spot of our toy pad, and cha-cha-cha-cha! That's right. You know he ain't gonna make Lego Dimensions 2. All right, Master Chen is not pleased. Well, I guess he kind of is. He's actually really excited. He wants more popcorn. But I'm not sure what he's going to do with this next one once we take out his next bad guy here. In fact, he actually sends a couple of his little cronies after us. And you might notice that there's a little puzzle on the back there. We're going to go ahead and switch to wild style, and over on the left side of that puzzle, you can see that you can use your relic scanner to reveal the old Batarang spin-to-win machine. So throw your Batarang up there, and it will actually puke out a Chroma pad. So we got another Chroma puzzle, as if you didn't know that from the little puzzle indicator there on the doors. And we're going to use wild style again. Ooh, look at those wall moves. To not only get the purple stud, but to twirl her way all the way over to the red Chroma pad and rip that bad boy down. And, all right, we got 2 of the 3 out now. The last one is actually right up above the big door. Use Gandalf's magic to shake that serpent's head and make him drop it. That's right, let go, boy. Good boy. All right, now we got all 3 of the pads. Now we just need to activate it with the keystone, which is found out in the middle there. And we're going to run out there because it will require Gandalf to pull it up and out of the water. Oops, wrong ability. All right, press and hold the icon indicator. For us, it will circle. Then it drops that keystone out and activates the bad boy. Now we need to make the 2 side ones yellow and the middle one red. So we grabbed the old wild style, got her yellow, moved her to the right, then switched to another character, moved him to the middle, and walked over the red. So you can do it a number of ways. Whichever way works for you is fine by us, but just make sure you get the 2 bottom ones yellow and the middle one red. Ooh, look at this. It's another baddie. So another wave of little minions, and then, of course, another mini-boss. This whole level just seems to be mini-boss after mini-boss after mini-boss, which is cool and kind of repetitive at the same time. So all right, right off the bat, we see there are 4 big piles of red bricks, and we also notice that there's a wild style master build point. So we're going to go ahead and grab control of wild style and move her to that point, and then follow the toy pad around and move her to the different spots. 1, 2, and 3. You did see I had to move old Gandalf out of the way there too. Get out of the way, buddy. Anyways, all right, all 3 have been completed, and now it builds up a giant magnet. And so here's the kicker. The bad guy that dropped down, we have to hit him enough times to frustrate him into turning into his metal self. But before you do that, use Gandalf's magic to levitate the magnet up onto the crane. And then you can see here we actually have a couple of pieces that are going to give us the ability to turn the, I guess, supercharge the magnetic ability, I guess is what we're doing. I believe we got a little terminal there. We're going to power it up with the vroom vroom of the Batmobile, which I'm driving backwards. That's a little weird. I've been noticing that a little bit, that for some reason it drives around. I don't know if I need to resave it to the toy tag or what, but now I'm driving for it. Anyways, simply attack the main mini-boss, and he will turn into the metal form and get sucked up into the magnet. Pling!
You cheated! Nobody cheats in my tournament! Nobody!
The stuff! Hand it over!
No more surprise guests! Everyone, stop him!
Whatever Lex Luthor wants with that stab, it won't be good. Come on.
ever find me. No one has ever gotten through my maze of tunnels. You'll rot down here, forever running in circles, never knowing where to turn.
All right, so Reese and I are pretty convinced that this is where things go when they get flushed down the toilet. I'm not really sure what that gas is around the sides, but I know that you can't go actually, you can go through it. It'll just reset you into the room. So what we have to do is we have to solve a series of puzzles in each of these rooms to advance and basically point us to the right pathway. It might, if you guys have played the Lego Harry Potter years 1 through 4, you might remember the old courtyard area when you're going through the old maze, and it's kind of similar to that. So you gotta basically activate the Chroma puzzle by finding all 3 pads and walking up and activating. It's pretty simple in this one. And then you have to complete the puzzle as shown there. It was kind of confusing at first to figure out what was going on. As you can see, I have no idea what I'm doing. But the toy pad is represented by the 2 arrows and the circle in the middle there. So you're gonna wanna make the left side of the pad red, the right side of the pad blue, and the middle, or the circle part, yellow. So I grabbed Wildstyle and moved her over to the right, then went through the blue with her. Then I grabbed Gandalf and, whoops, all right, Batman I guess is who I was after. Gandalf is gonna be yellow now, and I'll move him into the middle. So basically, match what you see on screen. I know I kind of said that in a confusing way, I apologize for that, but it'll actually spin to win and point the arrow in the direction of the way out of here. So we went to the right, and it took us to the next room, and here is another puzzle. Oh, there's a dark area, and we've got a little lightning next to Gandalf, which means we can move Gandalf to the left side of our toy pad, and he'll strike his staff down, and it'll give us the ability to light things up, finding the second Chroma pad there. You can see we need to find the third one, which is over on the left and can be found by using Batman and his grapple hook. So spam that button until he pukes out that pad, and you do have to build the pieces up in order to complete the pad, but that gives us our bluesy, and we can go ahead and activate it now and follow the, well, actually match the on-screen colors there. So it needs to be blue on top, red on the left, and yellow on the right. So it's a little confusing. We're gonna grab Wildstyle and move her to the yellow since she's on the right. Now we're gonna grab Gandalf since he's on the middle. I totally messed that up. And then Batman over to the red. So got it. Arrow points up, we head and roll out into the next room. This one was easy. It actually just repoints the arrow for us, and we're gonna hop in our Batmobile and cruise on out to the next puzzle. Now at first I thought, oh no, it brought us back to the first one. But it didn't. This is actually a new room and a new puzzle. So activate the Chroma pad there, and oh, now we actually have to use Wildstyle and her master build ability. So move her around the 3 spots of the toy pad as they flash, 1, 2, 3, and she will get all sorts of busy building up the puzzle solution. There we go. I don't know why I couldn't spit out that word. All right, now that we know what we need to do, we got Wildstyle in the middle, so we walked her over the blue, Gandalf in the red because he was on the right, and Batman to finish the puzzle off by running through the yellow because he was on the left. All right, so now it points to the bottom. We roll right out to the next room. Oh, and look at that. It's an easy one here, too. So we're going to go ahead and follow the green arrow to the left. And last but not least, one more pointing north. We're going to head out and use it for a cutscene.
Oh. Another keystone.
Behind you! Did you think my master would make it so easy for you, Gandalf?
Solomon, have you abandoned all reason?
Not at all, my friend.
A giant snake, is that all? I think you'll find we're tougher than you expect.
Then I'll make sure he chews properly.
I sure hope our heroes ate a good breakfast because we have been battling after battling after battling. Holy cannoli. All right, so here we are. We got Serpent, and oh, he's got the lock ability too. So if you see that, you're going to have to grab your character that you're controlling and move him to another spot on the toy pad to free him from that grasp of the chains. Now, basically, there are 3 big spots that you need to take out and rebuild the bricks here. There's one on the left, one in kind of the foreground or the middle, and then one on the right. Now, each one of these builds up a ramp that we can then hop on our Batmobile, or vehicle of choice for that matter, and ride it up and give the old snake a pow right in the kissa, which we'll do here in a second, but we like to build them all up first and make sure that we can just bingo, bango, bongo, baby. You know what I'm saying? So we got the first one built. Now we're working on the right one. I don't know why we had a hard time finding the sweet spot to get that build icon to pop up. And last but not least, we got to take down this flag here just to the left of this annoying question mark, which is telling us that we need a character we do not currently have in game to access that. But all right, here we go. We got all 3 of the jump pads, and now it's just a matter of waiting for Serpent to ride the Serpent to one side, and then brum brum. Oh yeah. Now that you basically, once you hit Saruman and the Serpent, it actually opens up the 3 snake mouths, or serpent mouths as you saw there. And it, in return, gives us the pieces to build up the old shift keystone. So that's the one where you can teleport to the different colors of portals. And here we go. We've activated it by pressing the icon on it. And now we can see that the Serpent and Saruman are up on the right side, which happens to be the pink portal. So we'll move our character of choice to the pink spot on the portal, or on the toy pad, that is. And then we'll have to repeat the button pressing that's there. Boy, I'm having a hard time talking today for some reason. Sorry about that. But rinse and repeat this process 3 times, and you might find yourself chained up with the old grasp of the tractor beam. And again, just grab the character that you are controlling and move him to another spot on the toy pad to free yourself from that. And then wait for him to line up with one of the other 2 jumps and car ramrod him into oblivion. No, you gotta make the old stars, and the old... Once you do that, you're gonna have to teleport up. In our case, it was up on the high left side, so the blue portal. And we repeated the button pressing again to go ahead and give him the second of 3 beatings. Now, last but not least, we gotta wait for him to appear in the middle, but we gotta have our Batmobile in order to do that. Oh, he put his lock on us one more time. We had to move Gandalf on the toy pad away from where he was, and we gotta hop inside the Batmobile. Come on, buddy. We were having troubles getting inside for some reason. The icon was there, but it wouldn't actually do it. Oh, and there I am. Backwards driving. Look at that. All right, I'm lining up. As soon as he gets right in the middle, I'm going to go ahead and rev that gas pedal and vroom, vroom, vroom. All right, last but not least, we're going to have to move Gandalf up into the yellow portal, and bam, he pops through. We'll go ahead and press the icon indicated, and it should take us into the final Saruman cutscene.
Hand the staff over, Lex.
Batman, come and get it.
Haha, and now it's Lex in his big old suit. We actually have the real Lego set of this. We've had it for a long time. I don't know if it's still put together or not. I'll have to check the Lego land table. Anyways, right off the bat, we see a bunch of his little minions rolling around. We can take those guys out, and if you do it quick enough, you'll actually get a stud multiplier and get a few studs for each time that you take one of them out. So, all right, so basically after you take his first little wave of minions out, he shoots a bunch of rockets up at the ceiling, and a few rocks fall down, and you can go ahead and bust those open and rebuild them into, you guessed it, 3 different chroma pads. So we'll start off on the left and pow the other 2, build those 2 up. And I love the way that old Wild Style moves and builds. She's so twitchy and glitchy. All right, all 3 of them are now completed. You can see that we do have the keystone pad there. We have activated it by pressing the icon next to it. Bam! All of them light up, and now it's tricky. Now, where's the puzzle solution? Well, it's actually on the back of the big robot that Lex is rolling around in. So in this case, they're all red. So grab a character, run through the red color, and move that character through all 3 of the toy pad locations, making the puzzle turn all red and completing the first wave of that. So next, we're gonna actually have him flip around, and this one's a little bit trickier. He's blue on the bottom left, oh, and the bottom right, but I was having a hard time. For whatever reason, the top one looked white to me, and I thought it was a glitch, so I made him all blue, And then I started panicking, and really you just need to grab somebody and make that middle one yellow. So doesn't matter who it is, put one of the characters on the middle spot of the toy pad, and then run that character through the yellow glob of color here, which I will do eventually, one of these days here. All right, I'm Batman. All right, I turned it off, and I'm turning it back on, thinking that's gonna somehow reset my puzzle, but it doesn't. All right, I figured it out in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's like, one of these days I figure it out, I promise. In fact, I think I accidentally run through it right there. And Batman, come on, move him over, move him over. Here we go. I'm gonna move him on the toy pad right now. Here we go. Batman's getting on there, and booyakashow, I finally solved the puzzle, which was way simpler than I made it look. But anyways, we have a few more minions to take out, and once we get those taken out, I believe we have one more puzzle. He just needs to turn around so we can see what it is. All right, it's yellow on the left, blue in the middle, and red on the right. So I've got my I've got Wild Style on the left pad, so I ran her through the yellow, and well, there you go. You saw it all. I solved it already.
What was that?
I don't know what that...
And now, your punishment for cheating.
All right, so as you just heard, Master Chen thinks that we're a bunch of cheaters. Oh, look out, my Batmobile is super explosive. That was the first time I've had any issues with any of my characters or vehicles on the pad. I had to remove it and put it back on, and as soon as I did, it respawned just fine. So, all right, Master Chen is going to send us through a series of little battles, and it's going to be all the different elements. So I guess that kind of keys into the whole name of the level, Elements of Surprise. First one's going to be ice, and we're going to go ahead and ice, baby, all the way up. And I highly recommend walking across the planks. I tried jumping in my trial run, and it did not work out well for me. And all right, so once you get all the way over to the far left side up on these ice bricks, you can use your grapple hook from Batman to go ahead and pull down the old bricks there, and then build them up into a ladder, which will give you access to another ladder, which then gives you access to a zip line, which then you can get your bad hands on the old bad guy and teach him a lesson. So here we go. We got all the way down, a little spin to win at the end there, and cha. Once you hit him 3 times, he gives you the pow with his staff. It knocks you back to where your other characters are, and then he completely changes the area and changes the element too. So all right, now a little key fact here. I found that these rocks come rolling down the hill, they squish your character, and they actually respawn your character at the bottom of the hill. So if you're having troubles getting up or getting by them, what I recommend is actually grabbing your vehicle. Oh, he's got a lock on me. You got to move him from one spot of the toy pad to another. But once you get free from the lock, hop in your vehicle of choice and roll up. Now, even if you got terrible aim and you get stuck on that vine again like I did, you get powed and blown up, but you respawn right where you got taken down. So, although it's still not, rock proof, it actually speeds up the process a lot because you don't have to start at the bottom every single time. So, nice little tip to help you reach the top.
Let's heat things up a bit, shall we?
Feeling hot. All right, go ahead and activate the old keystone there. Once you do that, you're going to see 3 different portals pop up. You're going to go ahead and want to take your character of choice through the blue portal, and for whatever reason, once he stands on this little floating pad out here, it activates the next one, which happens to be on the yellow one. So move your character to the yellow spot, which happens to be the middle or circular area of your toy pad, which then spawns the final and pink spot on the right. So move your character all the way over to the pink spot, and we finally have access to run up and give him the nice little hug that he... No, I'm just kidding. Give him the old pow right in the kisser. All right, now he runs off because he's clearly getting scared, and he's getting electrified. That's not good. We've handled every other element so far, though, so I'm not worried. But I tell you what, I totally ruined this one. This is, every video series I have, there's always one video that's totally like a doozy. I'm hoping this is it because I totally botched this area up. All right, so if you don't know, you can actually roll your vehicles through like fire, ice, electricity, you know, things like that. You can see, as Batman, I get shocked pretty repetitively, but as Batman in the mobile, I can get pretty much wherever I need to get. So I walk out and I hop on the Chroma pad, except for I haven't activated it yet. So make sure you activate the Chroma pad by hitting the keystone. And like I said, I totally messed this up. And then I started panicking, and then I was like, oh my gosh, oh, this is gonna look terrible. I'm such a moron. But you can see the puzzle solution is right up above Master Chen there. You're gonna want yellow on the right, blue on the left, and then red on the top. So definitely use the vehicle to get to the blue and yellow chroma pads. But you're gonna wanna point the driver's side of the vehicle towards the pad as opposed to away from it, like you just saw me throw myself into the electricity. But all right, I'm blue. I think you could just drive over it. I'm not even sure you have to get out of it. But see, I hadn't moved Batman over to the left pad. So make sure you move him up to the center pad before you go over the red one. And booyakashow, puzzle complete and cutscene initiated.
It's a little gaudy, but it's always good to have a spare.
We should keep them separate.
Flying monkeys, giant robots, ninjas. Shall we find out what's next?
Booyakashow! Of Mice and Chen trophy achievement is now ours. The Elements of Surprise level is complete, giving us access to return to this level and play it with whichever characters we so choose. We also got a handful of studs to add to our overall total, which we're almost to that 250,000 studage. And we didn't quite reach the stud requirement, nor did we get either of the collectibles, the minifig in peril or the 10 mini kits. But we did get a gold brick for completing the level, which means that's going to wrap it up for LEGO Dimensions Level 3 Elements of Surprise. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. We're having a blast with this series so far. Hopefully you are too. If you guys have any questions, suggestions, requests, anything like that, feel free to direct them down below in the comment section. Or of course you can head on over to any of our social pages, which the links to those can actually be found in the video description as well. So you might want to check those out and follow us on over to Facebook, Twitter, or, you know, like I said, you can simply comment, vote, subscribe down below. We'd love to see that thumbs up. We'd love to see you subscribe. And if you have any other things you'd like to add, we'd love to know about it. So I'm getting a little repetitive here. It's time for me to get back to work. So, oh to the yeah, as always, until next time. Hey, what are you waiting for? You think there's some hidden track or something? Oh, that's right. Totally forgot. My bad. How unprofessional of me. Oh, yeah.